we can see simulation and experimental validation of RC transient. We know the RC transient, so we have to calculate the charging current as well as time period and discharging current as well as time period as per the circuit diagram. We can see the circuit diagram now. So here this is a circuit diagram. The input voltage is 5 voltage and is connected to the resistor 10 kilo ohm, then 1000 microfarad, then that is current can be determined by the current ammeter, then voltage can be determined by the voltmeter here. As per the circuit diagram, we have to connect all the components. We will get the value of current as well as charging current as well as the voltage by using the experimental setup. This is the experimental setup of RC transient, the resistor as well as capacitor. The voltage across the capacitor can be obtained by this voltmeter as well as the current flow through the resistor is measured by the ammeter. One condition we have to monitor. First of all, if you are providing the power supply, the current in the corresponding resistor can be increased. After the capacitor charging, that will get this tends to 0. So from 0 to how many current that will flow, the time period should note down, and also for 0 condition, that discharging period also we have to note it down. So we have to apply the voltage. You can check the ammeter reading also. If you are applying the voltage level, that becomes to 4 milliamps. So the capacitor gradually starts to charging at the full charging period. Here 4.9 voltage is applied. By varying the voltage, we can fix it as 5 voltage. So the capacitor charging voltage also 5. The current becomes 0. And initially, when applying the current voltage, that will comes to 4 milliamps. Then gradually reduced to 0 after getting the corresponding capacitor to be charged. So the time period can be noted down. We can check the value here once again. So we will check this, that the ammeter tends to negative because the discharging current will flow. That's the thing, that this the discharge takes place. After entire discharging, you will supply the voltage, that will becomes to 4 milliamps. Then that will take to 0 for 6 seconds. That will take. For each second, we have to take the corresponding voltage value, then ammeter value. The charging period, we have to draw the graph. After that, by using the switches, we can check the corresponding value. By using switches, we have to remove the supply. Then we have to calculate the discharging current, how much that will take, the 4 milliamps, how that can be discharged. We have to measuring the value. From compare the simulation as well as experimental setup, we have to write the result.